Right then, is this thing on? Hello? Good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Oh, let me just have a quick drink here. Oh, sloshing sounds. Right. Oh, God, I'm still sort of half asleep. How are we doing? Right. We need to, do some long darky stuff. Yeah. Oh, God. I am so sleepy. I've got too much sleep. I've overslept. And now I'm paying the price for it. Oh dear. Lovely, the sleepy voice. Thank you, Matty. I'm doing pretty good, Captain. I have no idea why I'm sick. Like, I tell you what it is, right? People from the UK will know that we've obviously had a bit of a heat wave over the last few days, and the nights have been really, like, warm and, like, sticky, and I haven't been able to sleep in them. And last night was probably the first cool-ish night we've had, and literally, like, 3 or 4 days of sleep deprivation just, boom, just, like, hit home in one, you know, fucking baggy-eyed package. And I've woke up this morning and I have risen from the dead. I feel like some kind of shaman got a bone rattle and rose me up at about 11 o'clock this morning. So I'm feeling pretty sleepy. Hopefully I won't make any devastating mistakes for our long dark playthrough. But, you know, remember who's playing. We had rain in Scotland. I think we might have even had some rain down here in the Midlands. Truth be told, I haven't opened the blinds yet. I'm going to do that now. Few days, don't you mean a month? Yeah, it's been horrible, but the last few days have been particularly humid. We're sort of due a big old rainstorm, to be honest, sort of clear the air. Nope, doesn't look like there's been rain out there. Everything's still bone dry, as ever. The garden, the house garden, it looks like a council waste ground. It's just dead grass in every direction, no amount of sprinklers. What time am I arriving on Saturday? I'm going to be arriving at 4:30 in the morning. On Saturday morning, I'm going to arrive at 4:30. I'm going to set off at 2, and I'm going to arrive at 4:30 in the morning. And I'm gonna sit outside your front door until 1 o'clock. I don't know, you know, it's early afternoon? I haven't a clue. I'll probably come down or get on the train early in the morning. For anybody that doesn't know, there's a ZF barbecue. I know, it's going to be terrible. There's a ZF barbecue planned for this weekend, so yeah, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that. Don't worry, we clip all your mistakes. That's right, Crying Scum, all of them. Kappa face, the mini K. Cool, 4:30 AM. I'll put a bowl of water out for me. Thank you. A bowl of water. Fucking hell. Yeah, you know what? I'll take what I can get. Do you need me to bring anything down, Messi? Like, I don't know, food, drink? I don't think I'll bring down beer. They probably won't let me on the fucking train with it. Unless I hide it really well. I'm tempted to come in a onesie. I don't know why. Oh god, thanks for all the great streams. Introduced me to 40k, tearing through hours of heresy as we speak, or the Horus heresy as we speak. Beg your pardon. Thank you very much, Laker Doggo there. That's very kind of you, man. And how did I introduce you to 40k? I played like one game of it. Of which I screamed at a man with a I won't question it. Okay. So let me creep onto the right tabs here. Again, this is all theoretical. If I click this button here, and then that button there, and then the long dark will load, and then... Oh yes, with a suspiciously heavy backpack, that's right. Take a single steak. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to bring a single cling film wrapped biscuit. Thank you very much to Ethereum, I can pronounce. 100 bits for the hi matey. How are you doing? I am very sleepy. And I'm just waking up. You can probably hear that in my voice. I sound like I've just been dragged through a fucking bag of gravel. And yeah, it's all good. We've got beer and cider. Pardon me. And Pims. If you have anything specific on the barbecue, feel free to bring it. I'm going to bring a live chicken, and I want Digby to prepare it. You know, Ray Mears style. I don't know. In fact, maybe I should bring something more a pheasant. I am going to bring a city rat, and I want Digby to prepare it in front of Gordon Ramsay style or Bear Grylls style. I want him to, you know, you know, chop the head off and then pull everything out through the tail. That is a big grim for Monday morning. But in any case, that's what I want to see. But it would be one glorious death, exactly. So the chirping there tells me that potentially stuff is working properly, and that's just that it's potentially working properly. Let me move over to this tab here, and then if I click the game, like so. A full cow, yes, an entire cow. Yes, one cow, please. I do actually have a farm nearby that does actually sell cows. I could buy one cow. Oh dear. Too much the long dark, yeah, I think so. Honestly, I think we have like one of those rotisserie chickens, or what, rotating chicken anyway. One of those rotating chickens. Do you just put it on a little stand and like a pottery wheel, you just tread on a pedal and you spin the chicken around slowly. It's very difficult to get the chicken to stay there, isn't it, Messi? I've done it before. Thank you very much to Lunacy and Pirates for the tier 1 sub. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you very much. If you can manage to bring an entire cow on the train, I will prepare it myself. Okay, it's probably a few days, but I'll sort it out. It's going to be. I think I'm going to have to buy an adult ticket. Anyway, let us load up the survival game. I can't even remember where we last left off. I'll be honest, it's been a few weeks since we played the old Long Dark here. We're a little bit hungry right out of the gate there. We've got full thirst. Do we have anything on us? Let's sort by weight. Water, a little bit of firewood, some mouldy raw rabbits. Nothing much else, to be honest. So we got Clive. We got Clive with us. Oh no, it's an imposter. It's not the real Clive. Hang on. I shall. Oh, and I've still got my interface turned off. Bear with me. I was grabbing the cinematic for the intro screen, and I didn't get rid of the HUD normal. Confirm. There we go. We should have some interface back now. I'm not sure whether that bug with the the glitchy stuff is that enough? Is that detailed enough? I'm not sure whether I'm not sure whether it's been moldy venison, moldy. Okay. I'm eating the mouldy stuff first. I'm trying to eat the stuff that's in worse condition and then move forward from there. It did not pop up, but Sealy there, or Coeliotrium, or Atrium, or whatever the I can't pronounce it. You're just going to... It's Coeliotrium. I am never going to remember that. So we're just going to call you Tree, for short. And thank you very much for the 50 bits. That's very kind of you. And the 10 bits. And yes, things that didn't pop up. The reason that doesn't pop up there... Coeliotrium. The reason that didn't pop up there was because I've got like a 100 bits minimum counter for it to appear, because people were just dropping... I'm looking at you, Womblefinger. We're dropping just one bit, and it was just spamming up all the time. So just to keep the screen somewhat clear, we put it up to 100 bits. I should probably state that somewhere, to be honest, because loads of people think it will just pop up with any amount. Oh well, just something else to do. Okay, so we've got all this spare coal here. I knew I had to drop something off. It's only 2 kilograms, but we went to the Milton Cave, didn't we, and retrieved some of said stuff. I do have a couple of pieces of rabbit on me, which I'm going to cook with these 2 pieces of reclaimed wood. We're going to start a fire here with a few sticks. I've got plenty of sticks just down there. I really have no plan for the next few days. We've done all of the local supply runs that I wanted to do to get lantern oil, to get food, drink, that kind of thing. I really have no additional plans. One of the things that I think I am going to start doing is transitioning away from the storm lantern. As good as it is, unfortunately, the ratio of fuel to fuel time, the actual time in which we have light, is awful. It absolutely screams its way through. Let me see how long it takes to cook rabbit. 42 minutes. That's 38. Maybe I can throw a couple of sticks in there. There we go. Efficient, he said. So we'll cook those up, and then we'll... how are we doing for food now? Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I've really got not much else to do at the moment. We went out and killed that other bear, didn't we? We're curing that hide. We're about... we're a good way of the way through that. We've got 1, 2, 4, and or 236 even. If I want to craft a torch here, it only requires 0.10 litres of fuel. So I think this is going to be the good way to go. The only resource that it does use is cloth, and that is reasonably precious for repairs. I do have some spare clothing, but it's always, you know, a risk, as it were. Like, I'm not a fan of taking clothing or cloth as a commodity and using it in excess, simply because it's precious. I don't often get bits of clothing. Take that. 9 minutes till ready. So yeah, it's one of those ones. Got all of these fire strikers, loads of spare matches, whetstones, sewing kits, loads of sewing kits, which is great. This bastard could probably do with a bit of a repair, to be honest. I'm not sure what it will take to repair it, though, but I do have that option now that I've killed that additional black bear. We need cloth and a cured black bear hide, so let's take this one. And if we action, how long is it going to take to repair? It's going to repair it for 37. You see, I don't want to repair it unless I know I'm going to get my full money's worth for it, so I'm not going to repair it yet then. Not yet. Basically, the reason what I'm basically waiting is for the percentage bar to go to like 99% for a full repair, so then I know... bandage. So then I know that it's worth it, kind of thing. Because if you just... I don't know. They've only got 12 minutes of fire there. If you just... I'm really struggling to get my sentences out. Give me a minute. If you repair something and you could get... They have not fixed that sound. Holy shit. They have not fixed the bug with the door. Hinterland Studios, please. Please, mate. I really need you to fix the fucking thing. You have several names, like Yum Yum, Yi, Saley, Silly, Rium, Ri, Ru, You, like, okay. Well, we'll add another one to that. Okay, that really shit me up, actually. Quebec, I'm just a dumbass. Am I a dumbass? Yeah, well, no, that isn't really a question. Messi, I was going to ask, I know obviously you've been trying to heckle me to do some D&D type stuff, but I'm actually looking to do some Divinity Original Sin again at some time in mid-August when the Definitive Edition releases. I'm sure you're aware, obviously, what the Definitive words is funny. You see what I did there? Definitive Edition. Sorry. Yeah. So it's one of those ones. It's looking like it's shaping up to be a real good shoe. Looking forward to doing that if you wanted to do that. The sound of the game is off, is it? Whoops. Is that a bit better? I totally forgot. That's why I get stream chat. Good morning, mate. The game sound is off or really, really low. I'm going to say that it was silent the whole time, and it's only just come on. I'm going to say that we had the sound. I don't have a good excuse for that. Definitely wasn't my fault though. That's what you got to remember. It wasn't me not pressing that button there. I tell you what threw me off there is that the intro scene has its own audio track, like its own audio input track. So normally when I put my stream starting music on, I normally click that button right out the gate. But because that one has its own audio track, I didn't bother. So, whoops. I don't know what I'm going to do, actually. We might as well make use of the day in some reasonable fashion. I'm carrying quite a lot of meat on me, so we're going to drop that just for the moment. We're just going to leave it here, because I have eaten and drunken. And we're going to go out and grab some firewood if the weather permits here. Visibility is extremely low, but I should be able to sort of touchy-feely my way back to base if the need arises. I want more Devadley. Are we going same group or what? I don't know. The thing is that I think Womble, for his next Divinity playthrough, maybe wants to get a different party together. There's no shortage of people that would want to play Divinity with Womble, so I guess that's going to be a very exclusive spot. I'd love to do it with him again, but I don't know. Ultimately, we'd see. Cedar Limb, 45 minutes. I'm actually doing a playthrough with Echo and Zulu at the moment, and guess what? I'm playing a thiefy thief. I'm playing a sneaky bastard, which is great. I've been really enjoying that, to be honest. It's just been a little casual sort of closed doors thing. They're not too big on the whole streaming thing. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones. Like I could stream it, but they're not like they're sort of like my schoolmates kind of thing. It's not like my online, my ZF persona, my Quebec persona kind of thing. My fursona, that's right. Yeah, yeah, fucking. So it's just been a little more casual, just playing with it, just enjoying the game with them, which is pretty good. Yo, Quebec, what do you normally stream in the US right now? And I don't want to... What days do you normally stream in the US right now? I don't want to miss a stream. Sorry, man, the streaming pattern's super inconsistent. That's something you're going to get used to watching me play computer games. I've literally just come back from a 3-4 day break. I don't know when I last streamed. Horribly inconsistent. Please no, Womble, he's infuriatingly thick, yeah. I'm actually at that point in Divinity now where I sort of know, there's a deer down there, I actually know what builds I'm going to go without looking at guides and stuff. Like, I've got enough experience with different sort of skill trees and stuff to know when speccing into other, you know, like how to spread my kit around. In the playthrough we did with, obviously, Womble and Messi and Digby, I sort of didn't know a super amount about the game and how to play it and what skills and stuff, but sort of towards Act 3 and Act 4, I really started to get a grasp for the diversity of the classes in the game and how each of the different skill trees complement each other. So, for example, pyrokinetic or, for example, aeroturge, they complement different playstyles. For example, as a melee, like maybe a two-handed melee specialist, a bit like Messi, maybe getting a few points in pyrokinetic is a good way to go, because you've got options such as flame whip, which basically launches a magic damage like whip attack automatically on anyone that's near you, or anyone that walks into melee range. Same with, let's have a look at my firewood here, this tab, that's a good haul. Same for, there's another couple of cedar limbs up here, and these look like fir trees, so fir limbs. Yeah, it's, you know, it's one of those ones. Yes. Stream shed, yeah, that's the one. Livel knows what's up. See, I think the problem with Womble, particularly in the Divinity run, was that he wanted to play like a tank, a pseudo-tank build, but unfortunately there's no way to really play tank in Divinity. It's not a class that's really considered, because each class is designed to be reasonably independent, if you sort of catch my drift there. So, the thing with building a tank in Divinity Original Sin is that there's only one real taunt in the game, and it's called Provoke. And it only lasts for one turn. It is not that impressive. It can certainly help you out in a pinch, but it's not like the massive AoE crowd control that some people feel it could be. Really, the closest thing you can get to a tank in Divinity, and don't get me wrong, there are tanky spells that are designed at helping each other out. But it's, you know, it's slightly different. The best way that I can describe how sort of tanking works is actually to use Echo and Zulu's classes from the private Divinity game that we're playing. Echo has gone for a more traditional sword and shield fighter, similar to how Womble did, putting points into health, armour, and a little bit of Hydra Sophist, health, armour, and magic resist. Whereas Zulu, the other, I don't know whether he is in ZF anymore, actually, it's been such a long time, is not playing necessarily with armour and hit points. Obviously he's still a tank, which means he still needs those statistics, but instead of putting points in Geomancer and Hydra Sophist, again, if you don't know what these are, I've lost you totally on this sentence, but he's putting it into Necromancy, and I think a few points into Hydra Sophist, so he is, rather than just using outright pure tank stats, such as Geomancy's Fortify and so on, he's using the mechanical passives of the necromancy tree, like Blood Leech, like, I don't know, Bone Cage or whatever, to get his armor up instead, rather than going the traditional build. They're both doing roughly the same job, which is, you know, middle of the mosh pit, you know, high sustain characters, but the way they're going about it is very different, and it's quite interesting to see how each of them handles certain situations. It's quite cool. Me, old Joe Flamo here, is playing, you guessed it, he's playing a thief, but this time I'm actually playing the dagger build. You may remember that way at the start of Divinity Original Sin, I played with a couple of daggers and a bow, and what the hell is that down there? And swapped out between them, as and when kind of thing. But what is that? Did I drop a load of something up here? What is it? Is that a dead wolf? It is a dead wolf. What the hell did that? Hello? There's a dead rabbit as well. In the snare. How the bloody hell did that happen? Frozen solid. McBuff delivers. Like a fucking Deliveroo specialist just dropped him off. How long have you been here? You're frozen solid as well. We'll leave the snare there for now. There's no rabbits about, so we'll be okay. Also, you're not coming near the barbecue if you don't bring pics of the kitties. Okay, that's terms and conditions apply then. Right, bring all of that inside. Won't take us too long. We're quite hungry, but all good. This is a perfect example of making use of a full day. We went out from dawn till dusk. We gathered firewood. We've gathered food. That's a perfect example of making use of the day. So I'm very happy with that. We're probably just going to go straight inside and cook stuff, which is nice. Just grab a few mouldy bites to eat. Then we'll get in. No, we'll just get a drink. Then we'll get inside. We'll cook stuff up. Should I wait till morning to cook stuff up? How tired am I? No, I've got enough tiredness to get through the night, I think. Not too bad. Let's get indoors. Hydrate. Oh yes, that's what I needed to message. Can somebody please remind me, as an emote, please? I need somebody to. Do you know the private messages on Steam, or to whisper me, or do whatever, smoke signal, however people get in contact with me these days. I need you to remind me that I need to message Bew Dingo to add an emote to the emote list of me drinking the little hydrate water bottle, the avatar. I think that'd be awesome. That would be my little hydrate emote. So we'll go with that. I need someone to remind. That is a lot of firewood. Holy balls. Do you know which day it is? It is exactly 3 months since you started talking about Borderlands. I'm surprised you remember that, Toby. I didn't think you were that into Borderlands. Any armor today, Muffin? No, I don't think we're going to be doing any armor. If you ever read those messages, it's true. It's true, yeah. Since when is Tinder optional? I haven't had a phone for oh no, sorry, in game. It's yeah, fucking. It's if you reach a certain measure in a certain level in firemaking, I believe. Yep, it's a firemaking thing. You don't have to use it if you've got a certain level of firemaking, which is nice. Pop a couple of cedar limbs in there, and let's get some fire on the. Some fire on the meat, I guess. Context. Right then. So, 59 minutes of that. It's going to get dark while we're cooking, but all right. I tell you what I should do while we're waiting for stuff to cook is actually just drop the wolf pelt and guts so that they're curing quickly. Thank you very much to Flowscub for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes, my friend. Thank you very much. Let's dump the guts down here. Dump the guts. Let's drop all of our spare firewood off over here. 9.5 kilograms of just pure firewood, and then another 4 kilograms as well. Very nice, very nice. No issues with that at all. How are these looking? 53 and 30 minutes. Let's wait for this one. And then we'll put another one in here. Cook. We'll wait for this one. How much fire we got left? An hour, 37 minutes. Life is good. Okay, so we're going to go put the fresh stuff just outside. I'm just going to boil myself like half a litre of water there. And then, yeah, we're going to probably hit the sack and wait till morning. I'm all sorts of hyped now for more Divinity. It was awesome. I don't know. I've seldom played a game that I've enjoyed that much for a very, very, very long time. Do you know what I think I'm going to have to do? I think I'm going to have to organise these a little bit more sensibly, to be honest. I've got fresh venison, loads of gamey venison, more gamey venison. Right, if you're all gamey, let's put you over in this pile. Let's just make enormous piles of food for whichever animal, like regardless of status. Just so it's a little bit more. I wonder how much venison steak this actually quantifies as. Am I going to be able to move? Just barely. I better get into the position that I want it dropped before I actually commit to dropping it. Yeah, I physically cannot move now. If I go to the food tab, there we go. That's not too bad. It's just a bit more sense. Oh god, no, it's not all of it. Where does it keep coming from? There we go. That's all of it. If I get my lantern out here, might even be able to see what's going on. Oh, that is totally out of lantern fuel, so I'm not using that anymore. I'll just pop that down there. Just leave it outside. So I'm not using my lantern anymore, because as I say, the fuel efficiency on it is just rancid. Right, so that's a huge off pile of venison. I'm going to put all of the black bear meat in one place. I've got a buttload of that. I'm going to take both of those with me for the moment. Maybe eat them. I need to harvest this as it's starting to go a bit rancid now that I've taken it into my inventory and it's starting to warm up. Even more venison here, look. Mouldy. I'll take the mouldy stuff into my inventory and I'll keep that separate. So this stuff, mouldy, mouldy. That stuff's the fresh stuff. I'll keep the mouldy stuff on me for now. Maybe even eat a piece of it. Let's go for the lowest percent, which is 59. Get that down me. Lovely. Didn't eat the whole steak, but not too bad. Have you seen Phoenix Point? It's the original character of XCOM. Sorry. Have you seen Phoenix Point? It's made the original creator... by the original creator of XCOM, sorry. Looks pretty good. No, I haven't seen it. The lost episode. Almost. Almost, Jane. Almost. You bastard. Right. Let's go over here and move this bear. I think I'm going to have the bear meat in this corner. Oh no, we'll have the bear meat just next to it, like... here. Oh my god, those ridiculous amounts of food. Holy shit. It's good, just bringing it all into what? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. We've got so much fucking... The sound is... yeah, absolutely awesome. Right. And then just creep over here. There we are. Drop it all on the floor. Lovely. And then another pile of bear meat. You sort of get an appreciation for just how much food we've got in the long run, now that we're sort of picking it up and cycling it through our inventory. Oh, I can't actually get over there now. It's too heavy. Oh shit, I didn't even scroll up. I've got to pick all of that stuff up and move it. Holy crap. Yeah, you get a real appreciation for just how much we've got here now. See, we would have actually probably been in reasonable trouble if had I not learnt the maximum cooking skill, because there's a risk you can get intestinal parasites from bear meat every time you eat it. And look how much bear meat I've got. I would have been in real trouble had it not been for a change in tactics, as it were. Let's drop this, and this. So that's all of my bear meat, which is insane. I'm going to pop all of the wolf meat in one place. I don't have as much wolf meat because the wolves tend to be very inefficient on their meat to what's it ratio. Their meat to oh, that's very low condition. I barely have enough appetite to get through it, but oh no, I've dropped some fucking venison in there. I think that's yeah, there's the other venison steak. Cool. I'm going to keep that really low health one on my person for the most part. A lot of this stuff is actually keeping very well. Again, only some of it is slipping through the cracks. And we'll put the rabbit meat just next to that, just down here. It's quite far away. We've got a small addition to make to that soon. I wonder if the house rabbit's okay, because we have a house rabbit. Right, so it's probably a little bit too dark to do anything. It's the middle of the night. I am going to sleep till morning and then decide what I'm going to do after that. Probably eat the rest of that manky old wolf steak and then we'll go from there. The meat ratios, that's right. Lovely, it should be morning now. It certainly is. Rabbit is now down to 68%. I'll probably, you know, make myself a coffee or whatever in-game. And, yeah. Not possible water. I'll need to boil that off anyway then. Let's prepare this rabbit. Never have too many rabbit mitten or rabbit pelts ready for rabbit mittens. You can never have too many in one go, I say. So not too bad at all. Right, so that's this is exactly what your food teacher would have warned you about, cross-contamination, but we have little to no regard for that here. Personal safety is definitely second on the list. Very, very small amount of this wolf steak left. Okay, let us get a fire going. There we are. Am I going to play Monster Hunter World? Probably not. Not that it's a. Not calling it out as a bad game, but it's never been my cup of tea kind of thing. That kind of market or genre. I don't know. It's never tickled my fancy. I know it's a good game. Sort of. I don't know. I don't want to be controversial and say like a better version of Dark Souls, but I don't know. I guess opinions vary between people. But yeah, it's one of those ones. It's never really been my cup of tea. Okay, so that's going to start boiling off. I'm going to pop that in there, and we're going to cook us some rabbit, as well as a coffee. We'll cook the coffee at the end, I think. 15 minutes and 11 minutes. Lovely. Let's adjust my chair here. I'm sort of waking up now, but I've still got a throat like an old sandal, like just dry and worn out. Any more bomber Q, says crew even says Jimmy the Brit. Eventually, yes. The only thing with that is that I don't know. It didn't. I love the game, but it can get very repetitive, like doing the same missions over and over again. Like when you know where each of the enemies spawn and stuff. I don't know. I just wanted a bit of a break from it. I guess we'll just wait for these to boil over. Let's drop off the rabbit, like, pelts and stuff. Let's do that. Just drop it on the floor, because bollocks to it. And let's drop some guts over here. The magical smelling corner. So that is now possible. And this should very nearly be cookable. Lovely. Take that out, and it's past time till ready. And I've got 57 minutes to make a coffee. Let's boil one up. Literally a pot of coffee. I love that like texture as well. That is so good. Right, while we're waiting for that to cook, let's take a look at maybe making a torch then. So I've got the cloth. I just need some lantern oil. Let's take some of this off of here. torch. How long will this create to make? 15 minutes. I now have a torch, which is nice, and some coffee to boot, which is lovely. Just move my mic arm there. There we go. Right then, so reduce fatigue and so forth. So now, when I bring out this thing here, we have got a torch, which we'll need to light, but it's now going to serve as our form of a light instead of our storm lantern. We're going to move away from the tyranny of storm lanterns. And we're going to, I don't know, what should we do? We've got way more food than I know what to do with. I've now got way more wolf pelts. I've now got spare black bear hides. I'm kind of at a loose end. What should we do? What can we do? Difficult to say. Monster Hunter has very little in common with Dark Side. There we go. The wall of text. Okay. Right. They desperately need to fix that, like, breathing thing. Where it, like, goes... Okay. There's really not much for me to do at the moment. Let's go out and reset the rabbit snare. We'll do that. But at the moment, yeah, there's very little in the way of stuff for me to actually partake in because Joe's pulled his microphone amp lead out. There we go. And then put that one in there. There's an awful lot of... Sorry, bear with me. Oh, there we go. Just pause my game here. An awful lot of tension on the microphone leads. There we go. That's sorted that. Back to the game. Go into another region, Karma. My concern with going into another region is that it's going to be very difficult for me to return because the only other exit out of this region at the moment is to the Pleasant Valley. And while I have no doubt that the Pleasant Valley is going to be a very pleasant place to go, I have so many resources here that it just doesn't seem that sensible to go and leave a load of it behind. I can survive here for months, kind of thing. If I play my cards right, and this is Stalker difficulty, it is only going to get harder and harder. But the longer I survive here, the better, because it makes maximum use, or maximum, yeah, the maximum efficiency of the materials I've gathered here. And I've gathered a lot of materials for just one location. Bearing in mind, I've pillaged pretty much all of Milton, actually. There's not many places in Milton we haven't been. I think we've pretty much been to all of them. Thank you very much, Super Sonico. We'll call you. Thank you very much for the 300 bits, my friend. That's very kind. Very, very kind indeed. What I really want, what I really, really want, is a type of... I want the, you know, the synthetically made bedroll. I want just the normal cloth bedroll. And the reason I want that is because I'm not entirely committed to the idea of using bear hide to repair my my bedroll, because I seldom do I ever use it. Like, I'm generally smart enough and sensible enough these days that I can make it back to base without needing to sleep outside. Only in the cases of cabin fever do I need to sleep outside, and I've got enough firewood and a sheltered position in the shack over there to be able to literally just light a fire that lasts the whole night and keeps me warm. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I might go out and grab some more sticks. I'll maybe go out and grab some more reclaimed firewood, to be honest. The reclaimed wood. I might go to the house just past the pond and maybe grab some reclaimed firewood from it. And grab a few sticks along the way. Never hurts. A mere 5 minutes. Might as well put the coffee to use that we've made, so go and do some exploring. If you want to play Monster Hunter-esque game, then try Dauntless. It's the Fortnite of the Monster Hunter games. I don't like Fortnite. I don't like any Battle Royales. Which is why I'm a little bit skeptical. Here we go, controversial. A little bit skeptical of Fallout 76. I know it's not a Battle Royale, but it's one of those ones. I didn't play... Let's compare it to DayZ for a moment. I didn't play DayZ to play DayZ in terms of, you know, everybody grabs guns and shoots each other. I was one of about 10% of people who actually played the game for the survival elements of it, gathering food, avoiding player contact, taking quiet routes through the woods, you know, playing safe and playing careful. That was how I played it. And yeah, it just meant that with Fallout 76, I feel that it's going to be so... I know obviously there are co-op opportunities and things like that where you can play with your mates. Oh, there's a deer. It's very loud now as well. But it worries me that it's going to be a bit too much like Rust. Like, I didn't like Rust. Like, yes, okay, Rust has, you know, base building and stuff like that, but it was ultimately a PvP game, and I don't think I will enjoy that if Fallout 76 is the same. I want Fallout 76 to be, and bearing in mind, despite what developer promises are, we don't know for sure yet whether or not the promises are actually going to be followed through on, but they say that it's going to be a mostly PvE game, which I like, but unfortunately the whole nuclear launch code thing means that there's going to be a pretty much inevitable PvP undertone to it, simply because of the fact that, you know, if you don't fight for the... It's almost worth getting the nuclear launch codes just so that nobody else can get the nuclear launch codes. Do you know what I mean? The servers on Fallout 76 have a lot less people on it, so it could be okay. I hope so. It really depends how large the map is, Sky, doesn't it? It really depends how few and far between and what kind of community it builds. If it builds like just a DayZ-esque or a Rusk-esque kill-on-site community, then that's, I don't know, I don't think I'd enjoy that quite as much. But if it's yeah, a player base that very much tries to help each other survive, then that would be awesome. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I have the same thinking. Get those codes so you know that shit is safe. Yeah, exactly. Now, here's the house on the far side of the lake. This is as far as we're venturing out today, just to grab some reclaimed firewood, because reclaimed firewood is actually used in a few key recipes later on. For example, you can only use reclaimed firewood to make the torches that we've just built here. This thing, you can only use reclaimed firewood for it for whatever reason. Thank you very much to Leon the Professional. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's get in here. Grab a few feathers if there are any about, which there are. These are like gold dust, these feathers. They're absolutely perfect. Load of spare rocks. Let's get inside. This is one of those checkpoints between the places that we need to get, which is quite cool. So it's got a cardboard box, beds, a dead guy, wardrobe. It looks like I've pretty much ripped everything up here. Extra cloth is actually very, very welcome, so I'll rip up this chair. I must have ripped up the container that was there as well. Let's take this shelf off the wall. Can't take the painting down. Can't destroy the plant pot. Can't destroy the beds as much as I'd like to. 3 cloth from that if I rip it up with my knife. And we're starting to push towards evening now, so we should really make our egress out of this area. So this house is pretty much picked clean. I can rip up these pillows for cloth, which is nice. That's actually a very nice way to get some extra cloth. And in that case, it might be worth heading over to the logging camp. How much food am I carrying on me? Yeah, we can do an expedition to the logging camp, I think. Let's press on to the logging camp as we're already halfway there. We're going to spend the night away from base today. If you ever wanted a deep water survival game that would feel, there's a game called Diluvian. It's a funky submarine game with the art style that has some combat, a funky art style that has combat as well. That's curious, I've never heard of it. Okay, so we are upwind from anything behind us, and downwind from anything over there. Downwind is obviously where you want to be. You don't want to be upwind
from an animal, as your scent on the wind is blown backwards and could lure something towards you. But if you are downwind in a blizzard like this, anything ahead of you has a good chance of not really detecting you. Now, it's not an entire guarantee, but it's certainly a benefiting factor or a helping factor. So this will be the clear out, or the log area. Can animals steal food from me? No, they can't steal food as such. But it's one of those ones. I think it's an indie publisher, which is why it went under the radar of most people. Interesting. Usually there's a wolf like right on this ridge. A tree branch just snapped off. No, it looks like we're making okay time. There's still a dead deer out here. Could be worth grabbing that on the return visit, but the problem is I know wolves use this cutout. Potentially very risky. There's no potential about it. This is a very, very risky transition. The dead deer would be worth just grabbing the deer hide from and nothing else, but I probably won't grab it until I make the return journey, just because this is the danger zone right here. We are quite far away from home with limited medical supplies. There's no doubt that if we did get rushed by wolves here, we'd be able to nurse ourselves back to health with relative ease. We've got very, very tough clothing on, animal hide clothing. But unfortunately, wolves can bite through deer hide, and that's what my shoes and legs are made of, or my shoes and trousers. So there's no guarantee I'd be able to, fully keep a wolf out from, nicking an artery or a vein or something. And I could land myself in real trouble. There's the I don't know what that would be, radio tower? Radio mast? Phone mast? I doubt they're really big on mobile phone reception out here. Or maybe they are, I don't know. Did you just see a wolf? Almost definitely. I know there are a few around here. I'm surprised we made the transition across the cutout quite as easily. Ninja bird there. So normally what's missing over here is made up for over here at the logging camp. So the logging actual campsite is just a little bit further along. Looks like we're going to be spending the night over here at the logging camp, which isn't a bad thing. I can live with that. Just over here and to the right. It's one of the things with the Stalker difficulty. Basically, the more you play, I'm definitely hearing something over my left shoulder. The more you play, the more scarce animals and materials become. They gradually decay and die out from the same cold that you're trying to protect yourself from. Luckily here we've got some very, very, very late game winter clothing, and as a result we've been able to somewhat survive the harshness of the Canadian winter. But it's one of those ones, like, you'd really be struggling. I mean, at the moment, minus 15 degrees, minus 14 degrees. There will come a point later in the game where life becomes very, very inhospitable, and we'll have to use things like the bear cave, the one that we killed the bear in, as like checkpoints with small fireplaces and maybe our bearskin bedroll. So the survival's only going to get harder. Think of us as preparing before the storm, almost in a very literal sense. The weather is going to get horrendous very, very quickly. Small rock slide there. No sign of any bitey, toothy dudes, which is nice. No. Well, we've gotten away rather cleanly here, considering how much food we're carrying. Might be that the wolves are in sort of hibernation until the... not hibernation as such, but, you know, they might be asleep until nighttime, being nocturnal creatures. Again, sort of the point of being over here is to actually just grab, you know, cloth material and so on. Afternoon, everyone. Hello, NL Blade. How's it going, buddy? I sent you an XCOM 2 character. Yes, I got your message. I did get your message. An old bedroll. Ripping up a load of this for cloth. As I say, we're going to lose the light rather quickly. Lots of potential for firewood as well. Lots of firewood potential, but that's not why we're here. We're here for spare cloth. We're going to eat and drink, or at least eat. What's the worst condition? 53%, so any piece of venison. There we go. Get that down here. Go this way. So what you guys are saying is, in Stalker, you exhaust resources in one area and survive for as long as possible, then transfer to the next area and repeat the process. Yes, that's exactly Miri. The thing is that it's across different areas, the difficulty, if you like. So, how to word it? The difficulty of the game is not dependent on whether you are, how to describe it, in one area for so long, or rather it is. So even though there's like barely any animals over by me now, even if I switch biome, there'll barely be any animals over in the other biome, simply because, I've just been in this one, simply because the amount of animals has diminished universally across both biomes. I'm making a terrible job of explaining this. Oh, hello, my friend. I forgot he was in here. Load of pillows. Let's rip them up. Hello, Fat Apple. How you doing? And hello, the Red Riding Hood, even. Hello, hello. We're really starting to lose the light now. Oh, yes. Oh, hello. What is it? Red Sun at night. Is it Shepherd's Delight? I can't remember. Shepherd's Delight sounds like an awesome, like, pudding. First thing I think of. Right, we could spend the night in this one. We'll check the final tent, or the final shack, for cloth. How old is this the old save? It's not the old save, but it's, yeah, we've not restarted. Strike of a match. Yeah, we'll spend the night in this one. Okay, and the last pillow. Plenty of cloth. Right then. We shall drink, and yeah, let's spend the night. Or at least sleep for as long as the game will allow us. Okay. Sailor's Delight, Red Sun in the morning, Sailor's Warning. I see. I did make a gaffe of my quoting there then. Right. Let's just take a quick step outside, see what visibility and conditions are like. They need to fix that door bug. Desperately need to fix it. Okay, visibility is poor, nigh unusable. Thank you very much to Red Riding Hood there for the 3 months of Twitch Prime. We're just going to pass some time in the shack here. Just simply because I cannot afford to head out in that kind of weather. Try and wait until some semblance of morning. Let's just quickly eat and drink here. Oldie venison, get that down here. And then another piece of oldie venison. Get that down here too. And then a nice big drink of water. Yeah. Thank you very much to Wolfmaster112 as well for the Twitch Prime sub. Do enjoy your emotes. And Red Riding Hood, enjoy your new bear icon. If you need transition from a light brown bear to a dark brown bear. So yes, enjoy the new icon. He's moved up a prestigious tier in, yeah, I don't know, whatever this is. Maybe prestigious is the wrong word. sure chat would have something to say about that. Okay, visibility should now be improving. Have I played RimWorld? No, I have not played RimWorld. Visibility could actually be worse, although I have full confidence that it will improve as we start our journey. So, I'm going to... Woodpecker. I'm going to begin our journey. Nice and early. And I'm going to take the road, which is incredibly dangerous, by the way, but I'm going to take the road. It's the most direct route back. Yeah, Woody the Woodpecker. Quebec, was you with the other clan at Willow Lake in DayZ? You referring to the PMC clan? No, never heard of them. I think I would be a good colony leader. Yeah, General Kenobi, that's the one. Joe would be best colony leader. We've just got to wait for the sun to break through the clouds here. Sorry, yeah, I was actually, I don't know, I kind of slinked out the other day. Do you know when you find, do you ever have those days where you're just irrationally in a bad mood for no reason? Like, I had one of those days the other day, very uncharacteristic of myself. How you doing, Finny? Yeah, so I was playing Rising Storm, and with Digby and Womble, and I think Dinklebean and Moogle, and loads of people. And I don't know, I just wanted to play the game. And they were talking about so much nonsense, I ended up just muting myself. Thank you very much for the 5 months now, Kurtles, with the Twitch Prime sub. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know why. I had no idea. Hydrate. Get up the drink. Ah. Oh, I feel sick. Right, okay. Lovely. You did that to me, chat. Right then. So, yeah, it's one of those ones. I don't know why. I just basically just ditched Rising Storm the other day and went and chilled on Skype with Echo. I need to convince Echo to get off Skype as well, because Skype is a pretty hopeless bit of software for when you're trying to game, because it constantly tabs you out every time someone joins or leaves the call. It creates this little, like, overlay box to say that you're in a call in Skype that fucks with full screen applications, meaning you can't tab into them. It's an absolute nightmare for gaming. Very unintuitive software, we'd call it. You don't think whiskey counts as hydrating? Well, I beg to differ. There we go, we're getting a small sunrise just through the tippy tops of the curtains there, or the tippy tops of the hilltop. Still got a little ways to walk, but it's not too bad. Can't hear any barking yet, which is usually a good sign. Give it a chance though, there's still quite a way home.
Oh, yeah.
Will you ever, or have you ever done a face reveal? Yeah, a couple of times, Ethan. I'm some ugly fucker, some horrible, look like a face for radio, shall we call it? Doesn't match the voice at all. One of the old moderators, Mizu, made a SpongeBob meme. I don't have it to hand. You might be able to heckle him for it on Discord if he has it, but it was quite funny. If you just ask him for the SpongeBob meme of Quebec, then you'll know the one. I have too much of a baby face. Baby face blaster, mate. That's the one. Where's the proof? I want to point and laugh. Well, you have to go looking for it. Not sure if At Long Live Quebec will play it though. What play? What am I or am I not playing? Do you know, briefly, folks, I actually have no idea where I am at the moment. I have a rough idea, but I'm actually not that sure. I really don't recognise this place. It's getting light enough now to ditch the light. We'll go flare, as this will be used to ward off the scaries. I still have no idea what this twat looks like. Ah, well, there you go. I should actually have gone for a haircut today. There is still time. I need to go and get my mop head shaved to look reasonably acceptable for the barbecue. I actually look like a homeless man at the moment. Don't freshen the fuck up. I'd be unbearable to live with. I'd just be like this dirty homeless man, right up until the point that I had some sort of visit or some sort of something expected of me, and then I'd go out and freshen myself up for like a day, and then I'd just turn back into this like scraggy-haired, dirty, bearded, like old man. It's just, yeah. That snow is loud as fuck. Damn right. Crunchy snow. Chat, where the hell am I? I've got no idea. All I need is one landmark, and I'm good. At the moment, it looks like I am at the tippy top of a cliff. Chat, I genuinely have no idea where I am at the moment. Like, this is... Orientation doesn't make any sense here. You're on a hill in the snow, pretty much. That's about as much as I know for sure. We're a very, very long way off the ground. Where the hell am I? We're actually sort of freezing to death. Okay, I've run out of cliff top. The bunny hop strats, mate. Genuinely no idea where I am. Genuinely have no clue where I am at the moment. Oh no, I think I do. Only problem is, how the hell do I get down? Oh shit, I'm not stuck on this little thing now. It looks good. I can get down here. Natural mountain goat, if nothing else. Ah, yes, I know where I am. Yes. Yes, yes. Maybe. No? Possibly. Know where I am right now. I think home is this way. I am very lost. And it's very difficult to get your bearings when your head's swaying back and forth like some kind of arsehole. I think I've somehow managed to come back on myself and ended up near the cutout. Really don't know how I've done that. Still, with the outer map boundary to my right-hand side here, up and over that way, this has to be the right way. There's that dead deer. Okay, we're back on track. We're back on track. We found a landmark. But I have no idea how I got turned around there. Like, I shit you not. I have genuinely no idea how we got to the position where we're at now. I literally have no clue. Unbelievable. I'm going to sleep for a couple of hours in the cabin up ahead. Are we past the cabin? No, we're not past the cabin. I've barely covered any ground then. Yeah, I made a bit of a mess of that. Is the hide still here? I won't take anything else, just the hide, because it's quite cold at the moment. So just the hide. And we'll head back over this way. Hold on, I'm getting like turned around again. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. With some certainty. Pretty sure it's this way. I'm a little bit turned around again, just bear with me. Pretty sure this is the right way. Pretty sure. If we find the pond or the house, we'll know we're on track. Here's the house. Okay, good. Okay. I've got my bearings back, don't worry. We're going to rest in the house over here. That was a little bit of an unexpected detour. There we go. See how cold it is. Minus 28 wind chill now. Or sorry, minus 28 base temperature. If you didn't have this kind of endgame clothing that I do, you literally would not be able to survive out here. I don't have the best underlayer. Only a really good outer layer, but that's it. Not sure if you answered my question already, but do you think the devs should add an axe to fell big pine trees? Because at some point you are going to run out of things to burn. I'm not so sure you do run out of things to burn, Blade. Because the wind, as far as I see... Sorry, here, let me just wheel my chair in properly. As far as I understand, the actual trees constantly replenish branches in blizzards such as this one. Like, so I was under the impression that you'd be fine. Let's sleep for, what is it, 4 hours for an ankle? I think it is, 4 hours to fix a broken ankle. Off the top of my head. There it is. Or a sprained ankle. We're also out of water. Look at that for visibility now, yeah. Fucking hell, crystal clear. The temperature is now very comfortable at minus 17. So this is the lake over here, or the unnamed pond, as it were. We've got to get over this in reasonable time. Oh, not necessarily, yeah. Sprained ankle. No wolves on this journey. Do you know, that actually concerns me more than it reassures me. No wolves. Through the pond, past the house, through the logging encampment to the the tree fell to the logging encampment. No hostile wildlife. That actually concerns me, if nothing else, because that means wildlife is truly starting to become scarce. No feathers either. That's genuinely a bother. A big bother. Oh dear. Keep your heading back. I know one of these trees has an arrow in. Can't remember where it is though. Bastard.
And I think this is one of the deers that I used to break said arrow, or to lose it up in a tree. I can't remember which tree it is. Let's just get over the hill back to the house. I'm pretty good, Ivor. Just a little bit tired, a little bit sleepy. As I say about that. Because of how sort of warm and horrible it's been for the last few days. The last night was like was the first time I had like a really good night's sleep. So I've like woken up and it's like, I need more.
Oh, yeah.
Saru gifted a tier 1 sub to NL Blade there. 2 months. Enjoy, my good friend. Your character is literally dying of thirst. I'm aware. We're going to go back and grab some water from the water shelf. Maybe boil up some more. It could be an activity for the day. See, I would go to the Pleasant Valley, the next biome, but the entrance point, it's too far away. The Pleasant Valley is too far away. It's just not reasonable to get there. It's literally further than we went in our expedition here to get to the Carter Hydro Dam, then through the transition area of the Carter Hydro Dam, and then out into the Pleasant Valley, only to loot stuff and get all of the way back? No dice. We want to leave the Pleasant Valley, or the Pleasant Valley, reasonably untouched, because it is the stepping stone. The words here. The stepping stone between everything else. So, like, if we want to leave Mystery Lake, the Pleasant Valley is the way to go. It is the smartest move, as it were. There's only one biome that I'd probably consider... Let's actually drink. Let's stop dying of thirst. There's only one biome that I could possibly consider going to, and that would be the Forgotten Railway again, as much of a horror show as it is, simply to kill the moose that's there and take his skin to make maybe a jacket out of. I know, it's good stuff, isn't it? Right, let us eat. And then let us grab some water. Yeah, water supplies are running somewhat low. We're sort of getting towards the back of the shelf here. Let's boil up some more then. I've got more than enough firewood for it. Let's drop off this fresh rabbit outside, because I don't need to eat that just yet. But you're missing out on that sweet loot. It's true, but I'm... don't need that sweet loot just yet, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not that important. We did get 42 cloth, which is huge, but we used most of our torch here. Very unfortunate. Okay. Rabbit, where is it? There it is. Drop, drop. Some spare rabbit here. And then, in terms of venison, mouldy. We need that. Mouldy, we need that. Any mouldy stuff here? A little bit of mouldy wolf meat. Not too bad. What was that? I heard like a... like the flapping of a wing or something. I have no idea. No idea. What day are we on now? Sorry. We are on day 115. And counting. No real hostile. There's the door closing. It's just blowing shut in the wind. Nothing really to report. It's very, very much sort of with no wind, no music. Very much a desolate landscape, isn't it? We've just got to try and stretch our supplies for as long as possible. If nothing else, this should really drive home the isolation of it. Being trapped out here in a place like this. Literally no noise but the sound of your own thoughts knocking around inside your head. Nothing. Barely even a breeze. I think I'd go stir crazy. I actually think I would.
Oh dear. Yeah. Well, there we go. Flapping of a wing. I realise the snow and mountains are confusing, but you're not in Skyrim. It genuinely sounded like a big whoosh. Well, that is that, alright. Not much else I can do, honestly. Maybe it's time to make some more rabbit snares. Let's try that. You made me yawn. Sorry, it's infectious. You know how it is. Right. Snares need guts and reclaimed wood, of which I have a few. There's a rabbit pelt down here. Oh no, there's the rabbit pelt. Let's make up 3 rabbit snares. Snare, 30-minute craft. I know where I'm going to put those, up by the bear cave. There we go. Have I seen the quietest place in the world? No? Where's the quietest place in the world? Or rabbit snares. Awesome. A little bit of a blizzard picking up, but nothing too serious. Again, we still have a little bit of a scent. Let's try and eat that. Very small amounts of venison. There we go. Let's try and reduce our scent a little bit. Just creep on through. There's a quiet room in London that drives people mad, and you can stay there for 24 hours if you want. Cool, cool. Okay, it's just the creaking of the cabin and not the roar of a black bear. Really shouldn't be pushing up like this without absolute confirmation that the bear isn't here. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. Very strong wind blowing us back here, sort of struggling to push against it. I will catch this rabbit in due time. This is the one that's taunted me for years, this rabbit. Always struggle to catch this one because of how uneven the terrain is. You just can't get the rock to roll in the right way unless you're extremely lucky. And I am not. So we're going to look for the rabbit's, you know, trail, and we're going to set up snares along it. There's another one there, you see. Looking for paw prints. Two for that one. Let's have a look at this guy. There's not even wolves over here anymore. There used to be wolves over here. Now there's nothing. Oh, thy little paw prints, friend. I can't even see them in this blizzard. There they are. Look at that. Pretty much instantly snowed over. Let's pop another one in here. This might be a good chance to try and grab him. Well, we shall come back and check on these at a later date. Sorry, Quebec, how did you meet Soviet Womble and the rest of ZF? I was periodically heckled by them on DayZ. And yeah, we formed an everlasting friendship, and they're all arseholes, basically. Have you reached the point where they're dying from the weather? Yes, Altitude, it looks like. You got to remember, we found that dead wolf out the back of the house, and I haven't seen any other wolves since. So there may be no more wolves. You're right. There's potential. Or very few wolves. Because there's a wolf that died of cold, it looks like. I didn't stab it or kill it. Yep, that sounds about right, Doidco. Yeah, that sounds exactly like what's going to happen. Right. Oh, something's disturbed those crows. Not worth checking on just yet.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Take my money and spend it in beer XD.
Spend it in beer? Spend it in beer? I'm not allowed to spend it on beer. I've got to spend it in beer. I've got to roll up a £20 note and just put it through the neck of the bottle and then drink it. It is tradition. Thank you very much, my friend, for the £10 there. It's very kind of you. Right then. Water, that's what I was doing. It took me a minute there. Right. Stick. Yes. What's the absolute end game in this? There isn't one, Tate. Your absolute end game will be starving, freezing, and or being mauled to death in the corner of the map somewhere. You know, and losing everything. That's the death is the ultimate end game. You've got to try and stave it off for as long as possible, and it's rough going, very rough going. Right then, let me add some of that to it. 5.5 hours of cooking. Let's do it. Cook and cook, and then wait for 53 minutes. We're just going to make a butt-ton of water. Why did the game take me out of it? Non-possible water. I should have to do it twice. Boiled. Possible. Yep. Past time. Non-potable water. Past time again. Potable. Add 2 litres. 2 litres. How are we doing? Let's add another firewood there. 53 minutes, pass. Pass. We got 2 hours left in this, yes. Space to pass time. And then we'll wake up in the very early hours of the morning, which is nice. Let's eat and drink. Eat the shit-ass venison. And let's drink up. And then hit the sack. Lovely. Let's sleep. As long as the game will let us. Oh dear. How many hours have you so far? What? Sorry, what do you mean how many hours? Do you mean how many hours played, or how many hours have I survived, or what do you mean how many days, or? Oh dear, I actually am going to need a nap shortly. I'm going to have to go for the second sleep of the day, I think. Lazy bastard. That's me. Right, let's drop down some reclaimed wood here, as we don't really need it with us. Like so. How many hours, how many game hours and your current records? I don't know about hours, mate, but days is up to 116.
I can't remember whether that's better than our previous best, the one that we did on Voyager. Does anyone remember? I don't know what day we got to on Voyager. I genuinely can't remember what day we got to on Voyager. I know we broke day 100. But I can't remember for sure.
How many hours on Steam? Oh, okay. How many hours on Steam? Let's check that. How many hours on Steam? Only 100... No. Only 134 hours? Really? Really? I'm sure I've played more than that. Well, this is my second Steam account, beg your pardon. I would have played a lot more on my other Steam account, because I've got two separate Steam accounts that I've got family shared. So it's one of those ones. Like, I have an older Steam account that's tied to an old email address, and then a newer Steam account that's tied to a newer email address. And I've family shared the two so that their inventories connect. And on this one, anyway, the newer one, it's 134 hours. So I've probably got about 100 hours on the old one as well. Probably not quite 300, but as near as damn it. Just on the side, a couple of streams ago when you were playing Cold Waters, you promised us the Bear song at another time, and just then ended the stream without any Bear song. You still owe us a Bear song, so Bear song or Riot. You didn't specify a time. How old is your older accounts? Old. Like, I think I had an @live Hotmail account for my old email, or my old address, or my old Steam account. So yeah, it was very old. Right, let's drop off this firewood then that I've picked up along the way. Dunk that down there. Got those cattails. Don't need those fire strikers, to be honest, but I'll keep them.
Just wanna say thanks for the hours of quality content you provide us, mate. We all greatly appreciate it, smiley face Kappa.
Smiley face Kappa. It knows what smiley face is, but not XD. And thank you very much for the kind words there, T8 Mars. Yeah, fucking, it's one of those ones. Apparently this passes for quality content these days. The bar must be really, really low. Bear song or we will riot. Do you really need the Bear song? Do you really need it? Do you though? Do you really need the Bear song? Okay. We'll give you one Bear song. I owe you. It is right. I do owe chat a Bear song. Oh, I don't like the Bear song. Why do you like the Bear song? Why do you like the Bear song? It's 3... Oh. Sorry, I just cringed. I just winced a little bit there. For anyone that doesn't know, there's this song that chat loves called the Bear Song, and I don't like it. I hate the Bear Song. It's cringy as all hell. And, yeah, it's, well, feel free to drink this one in, because it's quite a special one.
Care about bears, you should be aware there are
Doesn't.
8 unique species to compare. Some are fairly common, some extremely rare.
I am going to lose my mind. Right, 16 litres. We don't need to...
We have a few bear facts to share.
Actually, okay. And then...
It's bears, sun bears, moon bears, sloth bears, spectacled panda, brown bear.
Please tell me when it's over. Yeah, I can't mute the stream, Junior. I can't mute the stream. I've got to sit here and...
Polar bear, sun bear, moon bear, sloth bear, spectacled panda, brown bear, black bear. What makes a brown bear different from a black? Let's go down the list, share a few more facts.
Kill me. Actually kill me.
Polar bears are pigeon-toed, they walk on ice, blend in with the snow, but they're really not white. Their skin is black, their fur is clear. They come from the Arctic, far away from here.
Is that a sun bear? What's a sun bear? What the fuck is a sun bear?
They climb through the trees like chimpanzees from Southeast
Yeah, the animation is really something quite special.
Some people say that they look like dogs.
Fucking moon bear.
Moon bears, also called Asian blacks, on the chest.
Asian blacks? I beg your pardon. It's taken an interesting turn.
Throughout the year, they got a fluffy black
Thank you very much, Mad Rago. 6 months now.
Black and shaggy with long white claws. People used to think they were related to sloths. Bulbous snout, tongue hanging to the ground. They suck up bugs with a slurping sound.
It keeps going. It keeps going. You only have Love Island to contend with. This is quality content in comparison to that. Yeah, yeah. It couldn't get much worse, could it?
Mothers sing their cubs to sleep.
Panda. Fuck's sake. God, we've got a lot of fucking hide now. Holy shit. It's going to end soon. That's what I have to keep telling myself. It's how I get through the day.
Even so, they're still hard to find. Their population is in decline.
Honest les champions. There you go, Mad. I read it.
They don't seem to like to have babies in zoos. Brown bears have a big
It just keeps
hump on
going.
their back. Talk about the grizzly and the Kodiak. They're extremely fast, active after nightfall. Most widely distributed bear of all. There are far more black bears than any other kind.
I actually can't concentrate with this song.
Sometimes the color brown, cinnamon or white. Much more active by day than night.
I'm leaning back in my chair, just sort of just pinching my eyes, just.
Brown bear, black bear, one thing in common, they love to eat. We've named all 8, but no time to repeat. We're getting to the end, just about through. Hope you learned a little fact or two.
Oh,
Perhaps we're all a little more aware about the fascinating creatures that we call bears.
I actually hate chat. Thank you very much, Saru, there, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Mr. Ivor. And, wow. Hope you're happy, chat. Hope you enjoyed it. It's real worth it. Fuck's sake. Right. I'll put this up on top here. Is there the facilities? The answer is no. Okay, well, there you go. 10 out of 10. Yep. For the BAFTA awards, that's right. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible. Right then, what I don't know what else there is to do, to be quite honest. We're literally just going to have to bide our time now for a few days while we wait for things to cure, while we wait for stuff to happen here. In terms of clothing, let's take a look at anything that possibly needs repairing. No, everything's pretty much in good nick. Even the deer pants here, down at 78%, don't need a repair yet. Well, we're shit out of stuff to do then. we got barely anything that we can do now. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know. We've reached a point of sustainability that is difficult to match. Let's see the conditions of some of our tins then, see how they're deteriorating. Banged up, 38% is quite low. 3%, we're going to have to eat that now. 65. 60. That. It's because even though tins have an incredibly long shelf life, unfortunately they do still deteriorate. That's quite low. 67. Some of these front tins will be slightly better condition because we only recently retrieved these from Milton. That's still quite low. That's totally dead. So that dog food. We've got to have a tin of rancid dog food, folks. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, yes. Moldy, rancid dog food. What else do you want? Thank you very much to Goito Stream with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. And Stu and Mr. Green Raccoon for both following there. It's very kind of you both. Oh, yes. Beautiful, isn't it? Right, let's take a look at cans. The cans tend not to perish quite as quickly, but you can never be too careful. 60. 71. Because cans of drink are literally just hardcore preservatives. 50. We're just doing an inventory check, really. 39's reasonably low. 39, 50, 52. Oh, back there. 10. We'll take that out of rotation. 49. 75, that's in good nick. 65 is fine. 29, no. 10, out of rotation. 49, no. 74, fine. 46. Let's move these back on the shelf. See, these aren't really my emergency provisions. They're just the food that lasts longest on the shelf. Do you know what I mean? I can keep this food indoors, and it, generally speaking, doesn't perish really at all. That's pretty bad. Stout chocolate bar, 61%. 50%. What about this at the back here? I see you back there. No, I want the granola bar. How's this doing? 52%'s fine. Chocolate bar, 63. Beef jerky, 88. 35, quite low. 44 is quite low. Keep checking. Beef jerky, 37. Energy bar, 0. Take that out. Mouldy beef jerky, 21. Take that out. 40's fine. Granola bars, not great. 36, pretty bad. 44 is pretty bad. Energy bars, 43. The energy bars do go off quite quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Beef jerky is down to 30%. Thank you very much to Frodson there for 10 months now. Resubscribe with Twitch Prime. The long dark character dies of obscene obesity. That's right, yeah. And lastly, 39%. So quite a lot of food that's well past its, starting to get past its shelf life. The jerky, not so much, but definitely a lot of the other stuff. Main Booze as well. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub there, my friend. Thank you. Very kind of you. I really need to find the flare gun, to be honest, man. That's a big one. That's a very big one that we need to find. Let me put that spare lantern fuel back up here, because we're not using that for the minute. Don't have a home for that just yet. Just there. Cool. Right then. Well, to be honest, I'm at a total loss of stuff to do. I really don't know. It's the first time I've been to a loose end. There's always something to do in the long dark, but unfortunately we find ourselves in between stuff to do. There is nothing to do. We've got more food than I know what to do with. We've got more everything than I know what to do with. Like, literally, there's nothing left to do. We have done pretty much everything.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much to Lone Wolf there for the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. We could go fishing, get the moose. The moose is, like, very far away. And it's dangerous. Fighting that moose is dangerous. I probably won't do the moose this stream. That's going to need a stream all of its own, I think, because that's a long expedition. So I'll probably do that the next time we do it. You're going to have to remind me to try and get the moose the next time we play. But we've got these cans down here. How are these looking? 16's pretty bad. 56 is fine. 76 is fine. Let's move these over to this shelf then. Which one was the shit one? That's that one. Go on, tell me you can get it on that shelf. There we go. So we'll take this with us as well. And then we'll just eat what we have, and then Bob's your uncle. Okay. Am I carrying any unnecessary weight here? Let's sort by heaviest. Just some sticks. Don't really need all of those sticks. We'll put some down here. We could go and gather some sticks. Yeah, let's just go and gather some sticks. Yeah, let's just go and get some sticks and maybe some extra firewood or whatever. Because we might as well. We've got nothing better to do. There we go. Since you have nothing to do, it might be a great time to talk to Clive and tell him about what you've been doing. Absolutely not. Clive can sit in the armchair. Lazy bastard. Yeah, Clive's been chilling, mate. Clive's been chilling like a motherfucker. Damn it, Clive. We're going to go up here and to the right and then to the left. I just can't get over how empty the world feels now. What's this? Oh, it's a manky old torch, isn't it? Just pop it out of the way. Pop it like somewhere over here. For me to discover in like a few hours' time and go, oh, I remember that. It's the Milton Cave here. Don't need anything from in there anymore. It is, it's just an empty world. Barely anything. Who is Clive? Clive is a rock from the Culling. Incidentally, the Culling 2 came out, and from what I hear, it's people have been really enjoying it. They say it's a massive improvement on the first one, so it might be worth getting. No, I've been told it's an absolute disaster. Stay away from it. Right, just over here. Right, let's have a look. Oh, you, yes, I know. Lovely. Right, let's creep over here. No, I didn't like the first Culling either. A lot of people did, and you know, more power to them. But no, wasn't my cup of tea at all. Can't see many like tree limbs or whatever down here. Guess the forest isn't quite dense enough. We'll keep looking. Stop playing that, saying that, or we'll get you to play it on stream, yeah. It's all just sticks and twigs and stuff, not the good stuff, not the limbs that we're after. We'll circle around through the gorge here. We'll find some. Don't you worry, chap. I saw a screenshot of the peak players on the Culling 2 and it's like 350, yep. Just a bad time to re-release. Would you say the Culling was kind of the first big Battle Royale game, or was it superseded by something else? I know Arma 3 had a fucking Battle Royale mode. Like, I don't know, would you say it was maybe the kickstart of the whole Battle Royale thing? Some of the Culling 2's reviews are awesome, like this one. I stubbed my toe on the way to install this game. That was the most enjoyable part of the experience, yeah. Do you reckon H1Z1 was the father of? I can believe that. I can believe that, yeah. Here we go. Here are some massive fur limbs. Still no wolves, though. Do you know what I mean? Still no hostile... Oh, hello. Whoops. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. Didn't expect that to happen. I thought I could get away with that. There you go. There's your scream for the day. Okay. That's all good. All good? All good. Okay. Any medical ailments? Yes, wolf bite and infection. Scared the crap out of me. Yep, scared the crap out of me too. Why did you do that? I don't know. In my mind, the time acceleration wouldn't affect the distance of the wolf to me. Now we know. An educational experience, if nothing else. We're always learning new things about the Long Dark, and that's one of them. I feel that we learnt that together. Trying to sneak in a cheeky branch chop, that's the one. I pissed myself. Nearly choked on your fork, yeah. Sorry, man, sorry. Sorry, folks. You know, it's part of the disclaimer. Watching me play this game. Well, we found the only wolf in the game, and we've likely killed it through severe puncture wounds. Let's check on the snares. Fuck you, rabbits. Oh no, hello. We've caught one. Let's check the other snares. That snare's fine. We've caught something. The other snares haven't caught anything. I'm going to move this snare over here. Oh, there's a deer as well. Maybe we can catch one of those while we're at it. Lovely. Probably thinks you're watching some sort of weird torture porn. Stop watching weird torture porn, Tate. What are you doing? What are you playing at?
Yeah.
The Christian stream. Just fucking put it there. Thank you very much to Thom Witten. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub, mate. Thank you. It's very kind. That was proper fucking funny. Fuck you, Detsy. Or Desty, even. Was not funny at all. Absolutely fucking terrifying. How you doing, Dastard? You alright? Don't tell me what to do. Also, it's Tom with a H. Tom with a H. Tom with an H. Made a bit of a fool of myself there, didn't I? Tom with a H. Well, shit. Thank you very much, Tom with a H. How you doing? Oh, how you doing? Is it Kai? Kai? C with an AIW. That's the one. 98. Good to hear, Kelly. Good to hear. Everybody loves turtles. Everybody loves turtles. Right. Got this rabbit to harvest. Nearly through this hunting knife. I don't know whether this is my last hunting knife or not. Missed a date with a girl who asked me out because I overslept, so managed to reorganise that for tomorrow. How are things? Oh man, Dastard. Fucking hell, walking on a tightrope there. I like that, that's funny. Oh, well, not that funny, but yeah. Oh dear. Ugh, stretchy arms. Right. Cool. Right then, what are we doing? Where are we going? What time of year is it? We are eating some of our manky food. Let's finish off this absolutely delicious dog treat there, and let's have this absolutely rancid energy bar. Don't have crippling food poisoning, so I consider that a small success, which is nice. Okay, so we got ourselves some rabbit here, so let's pop a couple of those on the barbie. Oh, hello. Satan! Satan, the cat's here. Come on, welcome. I'm cooking rabbit today. What can I do for you? What? Ow! Hello. Oh. Off you know. Ah, sketchy, sketchy, sketch. Oh, we got a Zeiss raid. Hello, Zeiss people. You're right, Zeiss. Oh, hello, cat. Sorry. The cat takes precedent. Oh. I know, it's absolutely horrible. Jesus Christ, how your fur bolting. Look at this. My hands, I've got carpet on. That is a... Oh, there's a disgusting amount of cat hair. That's unbelievable. Oh, man. Thank you very much for the raid, Zeiss. Welcome, Zeiss people. the man who sounds way better than me. That people say I have the best voice in ZF. It ain't true. It's Bavin and Zeiss, miles over myself, miles. Those guys are angels, absolute angels. So yeah, welcome. I'm just fumbling around with nothing to do. I've got absolutely terrible food. So yeah, why am I licking my cat? It's just it's gross. Thank you very much for the 6 bits there, Quintin. Right, I am absolutely to a loose end at the moment. I totally fucked up that fire, actually, while fucking stroking the cat. It's not a euphemism. There is now cat hair all over the floor and all over me. Right then. Yeah, I should do Bezdog. That's quite cool. That's Zeiss Champ. The Pog Champ one is pretty funny. Zeiss Pog. Cool, right, let's... Oh, God. Did I just literally light the log right on fire? I think I did. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Let's cook this shit up. Let's actually cook up some peaches, might as well. Ah, thank you very much, Saru, gifting a tier 1 sub to Mr. Zeiss Plays. Terrible food, like sushi? Man knows it. I've never actually put a tin of peaches in the hob. That looks horrible. I'm warming up some peaches. It looks like fucking... How many? Eight chips sitting in a vat of absolutely hench curry sauce, mate. The chip shop special. Look at that. Can you please explain to me what the sushi story is? No. There we go. Moving on. Oh yeah. When is the next sushi stream? Never, if I can help it. Should I make a bearskin bedroll or a bearskin coat? Please respond. Holy shit, it's getting urgent. I would probably make the coat. If you have a bedroll already, then make the coat. Listen to the sound it's making. Disgusting. Let's get those down us. Warming up, eh? I'm not sure about that. Whack that in. I love that because I've only got like crock pots. I fold the rabbit like an old shoe. I just stuff it in there. It's fantastic. Cool. A little bit of that left. Too full to eat. Like 20 grams, if that. Like 2 grams of peaches left just to slurp out of the bottom of the can. It's so extra moist, yeah. Why not just eat the peach? Yeah, it's true. It's true. Warming them up does give you the benefit of having extra heat protection, but fuck it. I'd already put the stove on. Might as well have warmed them up. I really am just running around at a loose end here. There's nothing I need to hunt just yet with my hunting rifle. Yeah. I could like do some clothing repair and stuff, maybe rip some stuff up for their base materials, but there's probably no need just yet. Let's just wait for the time to pass on these. 43 minutes, lovely. So we'll pop that out on the rabbit pile. I think we're actually starting to lose the light now. Yes, yes we are. Lovely. Yep, starting to get a bit glum out. Let's throw these on the rabbit pile. 1, 2. I'll probably just go out and check the snares again, just for a brief moment, just to see whether or not we've landed a kill, and then return home for a good night's sleep. My roommate can hear the noises of the peaches cooking, only reinforcing his belief that I am watching some kind of weird peach porn. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? Are there any dead rabbits? Not that I can see. Let me put my glasses on. I've been playing all this time without my glasses. Do you know I can actually see stuff now and there's nothing in the snares? Damn. Let's check the other snares as well, see if we got lucky. No, some rabbits there, some rabbits there. Those 3 snares haven't landed a kill. What about the snare in front of the cave here? No bear. And this snare's still up. Let me move this snare over to where the rabbits are actually patrolling. Sort of like here. Where are the little paw prints? There they are. Just there. And then we'll return to base, sleep it off, come back in the morning, see if we've made a kill. Do saplings ever run out in a single save? Probably. Saplings probably run out. They certainly don't grow back, but I've got enough of them, or I've found enough of them over my hours of playing, that I won't run out of them for a very long time. Been quite efficient in that regard, if nothing else. The real question is, at Long Live Quebec, are they spec savers, or does your experience make you go elsewhere? The thing is, right, is that I've built up a certain rapport with other members of staff in the business, and therefore I know that they'll do me a solid when it comes to making glasses. Otherwise, I probably would go elsewhere. To be honest, there's nothing necessarily wrong or ghetto or anything about the glasses that are made there. Like, they actually do a really good job. Steve, good old Steve, is worth his weight in gold in the practice kind of thing. But it's one of those ones that can just be massive unforeseen delays, and there isn't really any business infrastructure in place to account for those delays, or at least not in our branch, which means you do get a lot of people who get a bit miffed because their glasses aren't made on time, just in time for the fire to go out. Okay, well, we're not going to be able to sleep until morning because we're not that tired. I don't have anything to read, anything to do, anything to craft. No, nothing at all.
Oh,
no fishing lines, nothing. Literally nothing. Thank you very much to Artem, or Anthem Halo. God, that fucking took me way too long. Anthem Halo, thank you very much, my friend. Thanks a lot. Hydrate! I've got some up my nose. Oh shit, it's the Aurora. Oh shit. Right. The Aurora Borealis. There it is, look at this. So, this is that weird phenomenon. Oh, God, they've got to fix that bug. So, welcome to the reason we crashed here in the first place. Well, like, sort of a good way to close off here. They said hydrate, not deep throat your drink. I may have got a bit too enthusiastic with tipping the bottle back there. Anyway, yes, the Aurora Borealis, or the electromagnetic storm as it's referred to in-game, a bizarre electromagnetic phenomenon that actually caused our sort of bush aircraft, you know, our small single-prop aircraft to crash out here in the first place, resulting in the whole scenario anyway. The Aurora Borealis in this case, or at least in this world, has the bizarre property that electrical machinery that should otherwise be dead oddly and bizarrely whirs into life. So, for example, this torch here that I'm holding in my hand is actually broken. It doesn't have a battery in, and yet it works. And not only that, I'm able to put the high beam on and use it to scare off wolves, so you can really appreciate just how much power is going through this little torch. Now, it also has the added unforeseen consequence of making wildlife extremely aggressive. So wolves and things of that nature are hyper active during the Aurora Borealis, and it can be potentially quite dangerous. The only nice thing about the Aurora Borealis is that, all things considered, the visibility is usually very, very good on nights such as tonight. So despite it being only about 3 o'clock in the morning, 2-3 in the morning, I can actually see visibility is pretty much 100%, if not 90%, as it's crystal clear in every direction, and the only thing inhibiting our view is the light, the darkness. Okay. Why do Brits call them torches? Because they're torches. Is there an end game for this Dastrid? Nope, it's just to survive as long as you can. Let's see if I can go out and just sort of find a wolf. Or some sort of animal. To show you how aggressive they can be. Given the circumstances. Let's actually have one of our rancid sodas here. There we go. We Australians agree they are in fact torches, yes. Can't get over how bright the high beam is on that. Head over and check the snares as well. Always a little bit nervous travelling out in the Aurora. Potentially very dangerous, but I'm going to have to get used to it because it will happen more often than not. Bing bing! We've made some kills. I think both of the rabbits have met their end, which is perfect. Yep, there's rabbit numero uno. Only recently caught as well, only 1% frozen. And 3% frozen. Very nice. Let's pack up the snares then. No rabbits left around here. We might as well take the snares back with us. Very difficult to see against the snow. The torches. Okay. Is there limited resources? Yes, Total. There is finite resources in the game. So once stuff's gone, it's gone. The only things that respawn in gradually diminishing amounts are tree branches, so firewood, things that fall down from trees, and sometimes wildlife. But as you progress later and later in the game, the wildlife takes longer and longer to respawn to the point where it won't respawn at all. It's nice. Death is the end game. Indoors. Okay. Why are there buildings in the area but no humans? Urist Muck Engineer. Is that the Urist? The Urist from TeamSpeak, or is that a different Urist? Is that the Urist I know, or is it a different Urist? Oh wow, look at the shadow. Look at that. Yeah, basically the reason there's no humans is because they've all either frozen to death or the settlements have been long abandoned because of how rural they are. So it's one of those ones. It's more than likely the latter case. I'll have to harvest these later. In any case, I am going to love you and leave you there for the moment. I've got stuff I need to potter around and do today. I need to go get my head sheared, need to get my hair cut and so on. So, yes. Thank you very much for coming down and enjoying a couple of hours of The Long Dark with me. As I say, next time we're going to be doing some other stuff. I don't know whether I'm streaming tonight either. We do have the nephew round this evening, so I don't think I'll get a chance. But possibly tomorrow or the day after. So yeah, awesome. I'll who can I palm you off with? Oh yes, Chrome Dome, exactly, Saru. So yes, let me just save here. Which is nice. Stream tomorrow? Possibly. Let me see who's online at the moment. Just sit tight there. We're going to have to surprise Jag. Jaegeru, or Jag Zero. There he is. My good man. Playing some sort of, like, indie game type thing. Looks a little bit interesting. Let me pass you on to him. Send him my love for me, and I'll catch you all next time. God, 673 people. That's absolutely disgusting. Thank you very much, folks. See you then. Bye.